Ain't she something?
Well, this will be my last ride for a while. Going to be out of town this week in Charleston. Not riding the bike down there. That's pretty much all on the slab. Not much fun. And I wouldn't be able to ride it while we're there. So there. Well, Carolina won last night in the semifinals, NCAA, by a tip, as the paper headline put it this morning. It was a real heart stopper. And I was delighted for them. They play Gonzaga in the finals Monday night, tomorrow night. When I get back from Charleston, I'm going to plan a trip to the mountains. I'd like to get up there as soon as the weather's okay. Do some video on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Well, I mainly just want to be on the Blue Ridge Parkway again on the bike. I've never done it on a bike. We used to go up there in the summers. Had a cottage 5 miles west of Blowing Rock off 221. Just a gorgeous area. When the kids were little, and my wife and I, both being university teachers, had the summers off, we would go up there, sometimes spend the better part of 3 months, spend the whole summer up there, which was heaven. Because when it was 95 and same humidity in Durham, in Blowing Rock it would be 70, 75 maybe. Go down in the low 50s at night. Oh, just heaven. I got a new set of maps that a fellow I met told me about for motorcycles in this area. I think they're called America Rides maps. I'll have to look that up when I get back and post the link. It's basically the Appalachians, the Blue Ridge, Smokies, from Virginia down to northern Georgia, with the best motorcycle rides colored red, and then color codes for other kinds of rides. With detailed notes about where gas stations are available, food, etc. It really looked to be a fabulous set. They're pocket-sized, made of a kind of a thick waterproofish paper, but the whole set of 9 maps that I got pack up into nothingness. Put them in a quart Ziploc bag with lots of room left over. Been watching the Richie Vita, whatever, RICHYVIDA Norway series. I think there are 19 episodes. They did this before the America tour. I'm not sure how far back. As always, very entertaining. They're in some on some islands north of Norway, above the Arctic Circle now, and I honestly think it's the most beautiful islands I've ever seen in my life. They're just spectacular, very mountainous, snow-covered peaks, and the color of the Atlantic is the most beautiful blue you can imagine, and there are these absolutely snow-white beaches. Who would have thought that in Norway? Just amazing. I used my Toro electric leaf blower vacuum yesterday. Suck up leaves. It sucks them up, pulverizes them, and puts them in a bag. The bag's made of a fairly porous material, of course, so that the air that's blowing in can get out, and when I say it pulverizes the leaves, I mean it turns them to dust, and a lot of the dust comes out, and boy, I must have inhaled a ton of that, and I've been coughing ever since. Gotta find a better way to do that. These cattle have a pretty beautiful place to live. I wonder if they appreciate it. Collins Mountain Road, that's another way to go over to the Greensboro Highway. Look at this. always like this view in here. The multi-hue spring is pretty much peaked now, I think. This is so beautiful to me. Well, we're about to leave Chatham County and enter Orange County. And so, of course, the roads are going to go down in quality. How lucky am I to be able to go out and see all this stuff whenever I want to. I started to leave my video camera behind today and not take any pictures, but then I thought, well, I'm really glad I brought it now. This may be some of the best footage I've gotten. It still rattles my teeth. It's the worst part of the road. Yeah. Took some selfie footage this morning, the first time I've done that. I put the camera on a tripod in front of the house and filmed myself going up the driveway, and then left it on, of course, and turned around and came back down, so I should have both departure and arrivals footage. Kind of fun. No doubt inspired by Richie Vita and company. It's just amazing what they do. They will find a waterfall, for example, on the side of the road that is itself spectacular, set a camera up, and then all of them will ride by, and so you get this video of them passing in front of this beautiful vista. Just fabulous stuff. So imaginative. Kind of inspiring. Not that I have their skills or equipment or imagination, but they give me ideas anyway. They had bad luck in Norway for the first, gosh, I don't know, seems like 8 or 9 days. Rained all day long, every day, and then rained at night. They were camping out some, not every night. What a misery. Old 87. My least favorite road in these parts. Usually chock-a-block 18-wheelers. I don't know why that's so popular with the truckers. If I had a suspicious nature, I'd think they were trying to skip the way stations on the interstate. This is a nice farm too. Dairy farm by the look of it. Coming up on Lindley Mill Road, that's where we head south. Silk Hope Road. Lindley Mill, Silk Hope Road is one of my favorite roads in this area. To me, it's just the perfect picture of rural, agricultural North Carolina. Wonderful topography, hills, woods, beautiful farms. Quite a few twisties. These darn Richie Vita videos give me the itch to make a trip. I think the extent of my trip making probably be the Smokies in the near future. Blue Ridge, really. I think I have a nice route that avoids the interstates, eventually runs into 421 at Yadkinville, and then goes west on that from there to Deep Gap, where I get on the Parkway. Of course, the Parkway is one of the beautiful roads up there, but 221, there's the map for that section looks is almost all the roads are red. I just can't get over how much difference these tires make. Of course, the others were in not such great shape when I replaced them from me running them underinflated. Front tire, the cross section looked like a trapezoid. Two straight beveled sides and then a flat bottom. And turning, it seemed like I was always going on and off one flat onto another through the ridge, so it would just kind of go to a certain point and then fall over. It'd go to a certain point and fall back, so you always had this kind of it was a little unsettling. These are just nothing. Just absolutely smooth, perfectly predictable. I'm impressed. It's a neat old barn there. I like to draw with pencil drawings sometimes, and things like that always interest me. There's so many interesting textures and light patterns and shadows. Oh, this road is just so pleasant. Little breeze today, judging from that flag, but I'm not feeling it much. Well, I hope you can see why I like this road. Really pretty. Back in Chatham County, by the way, just crossed the line. We had been in Alamance County up until that point. I don't think I mentioned crossing, but it's when we cross the Haw River. That's the county line on the Greensboro Highway. Hardly any traffic. Nice twisty road, beautiful farms. And of course it's always different at different times of year. Azaleas in bloom there. Up to 62 now according to my bike thermometer. Feels almost perfect. Couldn't dial the thermostat any better. I'd like it a little crisp. The sun feels wonderful. The bike feels beyond wonderful. Very pretty right there, I think. I wonder what all those turkey buzzards have found to dine upon. I never go all the way to Silk Hope on this road. I always turn off on Epps Clark, which is coming up in about a mile. Because as much as I like this road, I like the Epps Clark road even better. Although it's kind of hard to, pretty close call. Just around this turn here. Epps Clark Road. Is that a Vista or what? Look at these oaks. I think it's a very pretty farm. Whee! Look at these colors. Oh my gosh. It takes all kinds, doesn't it? Passing in the double yellow on the top of the hill. light on this dogwood. Just brilliant. Well, this stop sign's officially, I think, the end of Epps Clark Road. Not that it's any different on the other side, but this is something that North Carolina likes to do. Change the name of streets right in the intersection. Henderson something or other road. Look at this oak. Boy, they're so pretty. God knows how long these guys have been here. This is pretty too, with the red roofs. Repaving this the last time I came along. It looks pretty darn smooth, doesn't it? A little gravel in here, don't like that much. There it is, Haw River. Used to like coming out Jones Ferry to here and turning left, but this is It's a little scary because you can't see the traffic coming around this corner. I like it better going this way. For God's sake, guy. Are you really a resident? Take the scenic route home today. Approaching the summit of Edwards Mountain. Oh, that's nice today. That is nice today. I'm glad we came this way.